Hello everyone, my name is Sugaku, and today we are back in our single player world. I have a few arrows in me. I wouldn't worry about that too much. We have some pretty good armor here, and the main reason why I have arrows in me is this skeleton spawner here. It's on the other side of this wall. Let me just open up real quick, and not falling like I did last time. I can show you guys a quick clip of that. It's kind of funny. But anyways, yeah, we just have the basic spawner set up. They drop far enough that they're not within range, so that way if it wants to spawn another one, they're good or whatever. Basically, there's a certain amount of skeletons near the spawner. It won't spawn any, and the floor is just far enough away that they aren't in range. They all come down here after going up a bubble stream and falling. They have to go a little bit above the surface, but that isn't too big of a deal. And so this place doesn't necessarily look the greatest. I think that's what we should spend our time today doing. I got some of these black stone bricks. I was thinking about using it's just kind of like the base color. We're going to be using primarily, and then got some blue stained glass and some of the new warped blocks to just kind of work as accent colors to go along with this black stone. We also have a little bit of polished andesite and basalt. Oh, sorry, polished basalt. So that way we can make some bigger support beams. We don't have to use some like weird woody block as our support beams for stone. Sorry, forgive me. And we do have some netherite, and we do have some netherite scraps. I'm sure as 1.16 has been released, you guys have started to really build your own methods for getting netherite. And the one I've been liking the most has been just doing like the beacon mine siting. The one I've been doing the most is the beacon mining style. Just kind of like what you do in the overworld with a beacon and your efficiency 5 diamond axe, except you don't necessarily need a beacon in the nether because diamond efficiency 5 insta-mines netherrack, which is really nice. And yeah, it took me about a full durability of a diamond pickaxe in order to get enough ancient debris to upgrade one item. So I've been really needing something to help repair the pickaxe, especially because it has mending on it. And so I tried building an auto smelter that you could take out the items for XP, but that project took a little over 8 hours, and bud powered droppers are stupid. So here we are with the skeleton spawner. Normally I like to just skip up the spawner tree. There's kind of like a couple different tiers. I'd say at the bottom you have cave spider, and then you have zombie because they don't give you any useful drops. And then you have skeleton spawners, and then the one I usually start with, a blaze spawner. And then finally you have your Enderman farms, and that's kind of the tier list when it comes to XP farms in my opinion. But so yeah, this time we are starting out with the skeleton. And we just gotta make it look nice. That's what we'll be doing today. I'm gonna clear it out just a little bit more and just kind of get some blocks down just as an idea of how we want to build this thing. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I've been going at this thing for about an hour, and I don't know why I decided to build this thing first, but I decided to build this thing first, and I think this block needs to be raised up. Sorry, just a second here. I decided to build this thing first. This is going to be the exit of the farm. I don't know, it's looking for the most part kind of how I wanted it to look. I was thinking about maybe adding like something in the center that gets you even higher, so if you want to use the light show to come out of the farm, The top looks a little funny in my opinion. Just trying to add some variance to it and whatnot. Just messing around with stairs. I'll probably fix that later on. Just do something weird with it. But then let's head down here. Haven't really done much other than just work on this exit. But we're definitely going to be using a lot of these polished blackstone bricks. I'm probably going to have to run and get some more pretty soon here. I haven't been able to incorporate the blue as much as I'd like, as much as this looks kind of interesting and cool. I could add maybe like some like blue up on these sides here or whatever. I've kind of decided this is going to be our storage. Of course, here's the enemies that we're killing for our XP. And then we're probably going to put our enchantment table somewhere over here and have a nice viewing window into the farm. So that's kind of what's running through my head. I'll probably work on this room for the next hour or so, and then come back and figure out what I'm going to do up there at the top of this thing. Yeah, like I said, just the idea that, you know, you can just stand up here and you're safe. You can kind of decide where you want to go from the farm. Enchanted skeletons might attack you, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Anyway, I'm going to continue working on this thing, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So it's been a little bit over an hour. I try to update you guys every hour or so, so that way stuff like the sugarcane farm doesn't have the sugarcane farm, my bad. I said that in the video, even the wheat farm. I was talking through it and just kind of like working through it for the first 30 minutes. So you see disproportionately the first 30 minutes of the build, and then I just like build for 3 hours straight, and it ends up being like 3 minutes or something in the video. And so I'm trying not to do that with this build, kind of try to space things out a little bit, some better pacing. But this is where we're at with the room. This is a really janky setup right now, but you know, we can get over 100 skeletons with it. So I'm happy for it for now. I can't speak English right now. Yeah, I gotta make it look a little bit nicer. But beyond that, this thing exists, basically just works by using the weighted pressure plate. Now this is about 20 skeletons or so. There's a piston that pushes this block forward. This is how we're probably going to do most of the lighting in the room. I kind of like this design, and you don't fall into these, which is beautiful. We have our new entranceway, and back here I'd like to do... I don't know exactly how to build it, but I'd like to do one of those like flush, like 1x2 piston doors. So once you walk in, you just have the pistons on the side. And then this is going to be our storage room. And we're going to have our items automatically head back here. And that's kind of the plans of how things are going. I just came back from the bastion with some more blackstone. So we're ready to keep moving forward with this build. And so do a little bit more progress here and probably get this thing almost finished. And I'll talk to you guys then. so here's the final build in all of its odd, poorly chosen glory, I guess. I don't know. It's just a weird building style. Like, I don't necessarily like it 200%. It's just not as much of a fan of it as I am with my like spruce, with my stone bricks. But you know, we worked with what we had. I thought about adding a lot more of this blue initially, but it really just didn't work out, as you can tell. We do have the blue stained glass, as it kind of matches some of the water. I wanted a little bit more of this blue in it, but just didn't really work out. So this is a very dark build with some light gray in it, with these orange lights. It almost looks Halloween-ish. But something I could have done to add a little bit more detail would have been replacing some of these with the cracked bricks or whatever. It would have added a little bit to it, but I don't think it would add quite as much as it does with the stone blocks, so I didn't worry about it. On this side, this is like a stair, an indent block, and then our stair. And that's just to add some more depth to the build, because you don't have as many accent colors and whatnot. It needs a little bit more depth, a little bit more for the eye to look at. And then this ceiling is all just up a half slab, so make sure you replace these sides with actual blocks. And that's so we can have stairs next to the lights, add even more depth to the build, add an interesting ceiling. It's not just all one layer. And then that allowed us to do this really nice transition to that. Didn't bother changing this, though I probably could have raised this up and done a similar seam to that. This is where all the skeletons drop down. They drop down this iron pressure plate, which is, it's a weighted pressure plate. And so depending on the number of skeletons on the pressure plate, it emits a certain signal. Then there's a piston on the other side of this wall here that just pushes them over onto this ladder. That is to prevent mob cramming. This is the only way I know of how to do it, other than just using commands and then turning it off, but I feel like that's cheating. But anyway, you just hit them. You can hear a dropper going. That's because beneath this block there is a hopper minecart that picks up all the drops from the mobs, puts it into a dropper, and it takes a water stream to my favorite part of the build, the storage room. This is the storage room. It's a little smaller. It's not quite as finished off as the main room, but you know it works. We have these stair trick or whatever to add more depth. And then back here we have a double speed item sorter that doesn't always pick up all the items at the end. I have absolutely no idea how this thing works. Just look up a guide on it. Honestly, I don't know. This thing is so confusing. So like, this top hopper, like, okay, yeah, this looks like an item sorter, and then this bottom hopper, just full of bones. Like, what the heck? And yeah, I don't know. It works. So we're just gonna leave it at that. This is a black box machine. I have absolutely no idea what it does, how it works. So hopefully it doesn't break. Couldn't really hide the redstone here, but that's just the way it is with these types of doors. We have second layer pistons just to push them out, push this forward. T flip-flop hiding about here underground. That was pretty fun to work out. And then I guess I haven't shown this real quick yet. Did the double stair trick or whatever to add a little bit more depth. Was thinking about putting in auto lights, but I'm out of glowstone. So I would have had to do like a double piston thing or whatever. So like retract this light into the ceiling and then put another block down. But you wouldn't have enough space to light up the entire room and do that at the same time. And so just didn't worry about it. It's a mouse spawner. It can always be active. Not a big deal. I'll just lag my machine when I log on one day and there'll be like 3,000 skeletons chilling there. This is the intended entrance, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. And this is the intended exit. Most water streams are just a 1x1. I decided to make this one a little bit bigger, all the way up to a 3x3. I couldn't place bubble streams on this edge here, because otherwise you'd have water flowing into the room. Did a similar ceiling trick up here. Let's get away from this just a little bit. Tried doing some fun stuff with the roof. I mean, it looks decent in my opinion. It doesn't look amazing. There's like 4 creepers over here earlier. I don't see them anymore. But then that doesn't look the best. This is the chute that the skeletons go up and then fall down, so that way they're at 1 hit each time. It looks like some of them are going to get stuck because I chose to use panes rather than full glass blocks. But that's fine. We'll just live with it. Definitely need to add some form of build on the surface here, like replace a lot of this with probably some form of path block so you can walk in between everything, probably have some slabs so you can step up without jumping, things like that. That's stuff for another day. This whole build took me about 7 hours, which is quite a bit. I mean, that includes runs to get a ton more blackstone, that includes a lot of stuff. But yeah, 7 hours. It's definitely a style. But anyway, guys, make sure to take care, have an awesome day, and hopefully I'll see you around next time, where I'm thinking at this point we'll probably build something like an ice farm, maybe a storage. But oh yeah, my ender chest. It's probably going to be a storage. It's so disorganized. But yep, like I said, take care, have an awesome day, and yeah, bye bye.